When you as a music producer, there are different genres of music production that you need to know, especially if you want to be on top in the music production department. Listen to a lot of different types of music. Do not put yourself in a box and say, okay, because I'm a Christian, I'm only listening to Christian music. Don't do that. You as a producer, do not sell yourself short in that department. Listen to what is out there. There's a reason why the music plays all over the world and there are different things that are happening. You have to listen. As a music producer, yes, you don't want to listen to stuff where people cursing and all that kind of stuff. I try not to listen to that stuff. Even if somebody is cursing in a song, I might look for the instrumental so I can hear what's going on production-wise. Timbaland, I love to listen to Timbaland when he's doing production. And the things that he's talk about, if you all ever watch his masterclass, if you haven't, you should. When he starts developing stuff and bringing stuff into the reality of the music and what you need to do as a producer when you're producing stuff. Again, goes back to the tempo, learning different genres of music. Find out who are the best music producers that are working today, listen to what it is they're doing, how the music is going. Right now, Afrobeat has taken over. Yep. Literally, it has taken over. But coming right behind that is going to be soca, because we are similar. Yeah. The marriage is there. So, one of the things that we tend to do is not write the proper thing on a track. Especially as kingdom-minded people, sometimes we sell ourselves, we fall short in that department. Henceforth, why again, when a song is so great, it's not going anywhere because the music is great, but the writing part of that song just is not selling. It doesn't sit with what's going on out there. So when you try to get your song on 99 Jams or whichever, they don't want to play that because it's just not lining up with what's going on. There are gospel songs that have crossed over onto the secular market and that you would never believe that would have gotten into there, because people listen, fell in love. Like I have a song coming out called Call Me. Call Me deals, what I have done is that I have made a marriage with the Rake and Stray and the Groovy Soca. And we came up with a song. We had a friend of mine called Timeless came up with a song called Call Me. Call Me, I played it for a Trinidad soca DJ. I just played the demo of it. I said, listen to this. He started begging me for the song that he could play. And I said, but this is just the demo stage. The song is not even mixed yet. I said, the song's still all over the place. Vocals not where it's supposed to be, this, that, and there. He said, man, I am going to play this on the secular station. That is what you're trying to achieve. That's what we're looking for. We tend to think that everything that we do is just inside the church. As singers, as artists, as music producers, we need to stop doing that. We don't want to produce a song because we use a sample of a secular song. What is a secular song? Who says that secular music belongs to the devil? Who tell you that we can take that same song and flip it around? People, we have a small-mindedness that we have to get away from when we are doing what we're doing. Sometimes we have to make a point with grabbing a secular song and flipping it. Kirk Franklin did it. Remember September from Earth, Wind & Fire? You ever heard the gospel version of that? From Kirk Franklin? There are different ways to go about doing stuff, but when we sell ourselves short by putting ourselves in a box, we put ourselves in a box and keep ourselves there and just keep selling off to the next generation and the next generation, and we get nowhere when we try to do what we're doing. And then there are people who have laid the foundation and started taking the hit for us from back in the day to change, to help facilitate change. So that now when you listen to music production and you listen to what we're doing, and there are a lot of things that go hand in hand now with the music production, sound design and production. Doing events, production, music, all that goes hand in hand now because we deal with a lot of visual nowadays. When you do a song, don't just put the song out. Even if you have to get a lyric video going, make sure you have one of those. Social media is very important right now in the music business, and you have to get all those things in line with what you're doing. Also, I want to also just make it clear. If you are not registered as a copyright owner of your music and your songs and so forth, please do your homework and find out about copyright. Find out about publishing if you don't have those things. Those things are very important. Don't think that the music business, there is money in the music business. We think that it's because we're selling records. Actually, it's publishing. Remember that. The publishing and copyright of your music is very, very, very important. Because if you have your song published and somebody wants to use your song, let's say in a TV ad, they have to come through the publisher. That's money in the bank. Easy. Remember this. I'll give you an example. Follow the Leader. They wanted to do. No, I wrote a song. I'll come back to Follow the Leader. I wrote a song for Dwight York. Trinidadians will know who Dwight York is. Dwight York is one of our national heroes for soccer. He used to play on Manchester United. Manchester United team, that team in the 90s when they won everything, he was a part of that team as a striker.
What you talking about United, bro? It's still Manchester United, bro?
No, it's still Manchester too. I like Manchester. I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about.
That's how I be careful.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like it's nobody, no?
Yeah, but that's still a Manchester to me.
Nobody knows.
The team is nobody, but
you know, that's the team. No, that's the team. That John Kosoba mind your business, that's the team. So anyway, I had this song called Dwight York that I wrote about Dwight York. It so happened that they were doing a tribute to him. And they happened to hear the song. When they heard the song, they decided to sort me out that they wanted to use this song as part of the tribute in the documentary that they're doing. Okay, no problem. They were trying to get me to give it to them for free. I'm like, nope, you gotta go through PRS, buddy. I'm a member of the Performance Rights Society of London, PRS, so we deal it in pounds. So for every second the song was played, because I owned my own publishing, which is Lewis & Lewis Publishing Company, for every second that the song played, I got £2,500. You hear what I said? Every second the song was played. They played the song for a minute and about 15-20 seconds. Add that up. Follow the Leader. I dropped Follow the Leader in 1997. It's a song that has never died ever since. Now, the joke with Follow the Leader is that while I was producing that song, I started the production one night and I dressed it down, and the next day when I come back, I turn on the machine and a totally different rhythm just popped up. And I left it alone because it was working. I don't know what crossed, but all that percussive stuff you hear in the original Follow the Leader, that I didn't build that myself. I built something different, and that is what happened. And I just said, okay, I'm gonna just bounce this off quick before I lose it, and put the song out. To date, I have sold over 1 million units of that song, making it probably the second highest soca song that has sold over 1 million units of that said song. Because, again, production, mixing, you want a song to be timeless. That's like, I was born by, that song will never die. I was born by the river in a little tent. Because listen to the production, it's simple. Sometimes we try to do, we overdo, sometimes we can overproduce a song too. Remember that, you can overproduce. Sometimes you might put a whole bunch of stuff in it, and then at the end when you mix, you start taking stuff out. Moving stuff out because it's not necessary. So when we do our productions and when we try to get, all our music out there, bear in mind that you have to take your